Hello guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Nsonwura Willie. I am a Nigerian currently undergoing my master's degrees in France. I share content on master's application, my life here as an international student in France. I do vlog and share other useful content. If these are the kind of things that you have interest in, please kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell so you won't miss out on any of my updates. So in today's video, if you have been following up with my videos, you know that I am studying on a scholarship sponsored by Total Energies. So in today's video, I would like to read out my motivation / cover letter I used during the process. Anyways, this was not really part of the process from the beginning. We were asked to submit our motivation / cover letter when we were invited for the interview. I think at that point we were just like 30 something or thereabout. But from the beginning of the application, we were not asked for it. It's just for you to fill in some form, and then if you meet up the criteria that they want, you're invited for a test. It was after the psychometric assessment test and we invited for the interview. That's when we asked to submit our motivation / cover letter. This cover letter I'm about to read out does not in any way reflect like a standard. It's just what I wrote and submitted during my period, and I don't really know the level or the percentage it contributed towards my being accepted for the scholarship, but I just hope it's going to give you an idea on how you can write yours and prepare for yours. But I also hope that you make it even more better. You make yours better than mine, like far more excellent and top notch than mine. I'm just going to read it out and you have an insight to preparing yours. For a cover letter, since it's like a cover letter, normally you write like your address and the address of the company you are writing to, or the address of the person you are referring to there, to the both of them, like you are saying here. So dear sir / madam, what, because that is if you don't know the person. But if you know the person, I think it's better that you just put the person's name. For example, if it was the HR and you know the HR, you can just write dear Mr. blah blah blah, or it's you're writing it for a professor. Like if you are doing cold email, you can write dear professor blah 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 blah. You just write it like that. So for this one, I never knew who I was writing to, so I just wrote dear sir / madam. I am Nsonwura Willie, a graduate of industrial chemistry at the University of Benin. I successfully completed my undergraduate program with a cumulative grade point average of 4.4 out of 5. Anyways, why I wrote this was because I was just trying to bring up my strong points. I was already at the interview stage and I felt like it's at this point I shouldn't feel I'm showing off in any way. I should just bring up my strong points here. I'm sure the persons that I had first class and so on, but I felt bringing out my CGPA in bold shows, yeah, she's worth giving a trial. That's why I actually wrote it out. I don't really think it's mandatory for you to write yours out. As an undergraduate, I have always had an affinity for courses that provide solutions to environmental issues. As a result of my interest, my undergraduate research work was on the use of waste cooking oils in the manufacture of soaps as a means of waste management to reduce the incidence of environmental pollution, thereby promoting waste-free communities. A master's degree in sustainable industrial engineering will enable me balance factors such as the available technology, environmental concerns, time, etc., while developing efficient systems to make a product or provide a service. This will result in the elimination of wastefulness in production process. So like you can read from this first paragraph, I think it will show you that I've made my research. Because for me, I knew that I was moving from a totally different field to a new field. I studied industrial chemistry and I was applying for a scholarship, a fully funded scholarship to study engineering. That alone was scary because I was like, maybe they'll feel like, does she know what she's doing? She's going from industrial chemistry, I want to do engineering, like who are you, that kind of thing. And I know the competition was going to be like a lot, so I felt I should just bring out my strong point, like I mentioned, bring out your strong points. So I actually made my research about the course I was going to, how it actually relates to my previous course and with my career goals. So how am I going to align my previous studies, like my research, and the present course I'm vying for now. In school, I had done a research on waste cooking oils, like how to minimize waste and so on. And then for this my course, sustainable industrial engineering, it's all about waste elimination. I mean, sustainability is about waste elimination and waste control, however you want to put it. So I just had to look for ways to align it and to show, yeah, I've actually gotten some knowledge on it and they do align. The second paragraph: I acquired experience in the field while serving as a laboratory attendant in an environmental consultancy firm that deals majorly on student research work. During my stay, I garnered expertise in physiochemical analysis, which includes but not limited to examination of total organic, blah blah blah. I also learned about quality control and quality assurance, knowing the importance of the importance of building a strong network. I volunteer as an assistant community manager with Go A Bit Further Africa, an organization committed to equipping young persons and university students with 21st century skills necessary for the ever-evolving workspace. But let me add it here. While I was preparing for my interview and writing this, I actually did reach out this time around from my lessons I've learned to scholars that have gotten a scholarship before. So they actually made me know, okay, see, they're not just looking for persons that are studious. Okay, so how are we actually giving back? Because scholarship is actually a way of giving back. I mean, you're not paying for it, that's just investing their money. Okay, so you, for example, have you tried to give back in any way? So I was advised to put this volunteering experience part. It could be a boost for me. So, and luckily for me, I had worked with I'm part of Go A Bit Further Africa. If you don't know, you can check it out. Go A Bit Further Africa, they offer a lot of courses. I volunteered with Go A Bit Further Africa, so I made this known in my essays too, that I've actually gotten volunteering experiences too, apart from my little professional experiences or academic experience. The third paragraph: the change from a chemistry-based field to an engineering field may seem like a wide variation, but after a proper evaluation, a relationship between an industrial chemist and an industrial engineer can be established. I felt I should add it even before I'm asked, because logically, someone will start thinking, I don't know who are the people that are going to review my work, who are the people that are going to rate me to see if I'm worth their money. So I thought maybe I should put in there that, yeah, I know it seems strange, I'm changing courses, but see, they're related. Some skills I have gained as an industrial chemist include analytical and mathematical skills, a knowledge of chemical technology, nanotechnology, polymer processes, etc. With this foundation, there is no doubt I will be able to meet up with a demanding master's program in sustainable industrial engineering. I had to show them I got what it takes. I had to bring this out to convince. Yeah, I know it could be demanding, but I think I have what it takes. So I've made my research already. It's good for you to make your research and also show them that you have made your research and you know what you're doing. Okay, so I now went on to say with this foundation, as an active proponent of sustainable development goals, I am keen on preferring green solutions to environmental issues. Yeah, the world now is all about sustainability. What are you doing to help our economy? What are you doing to help our environment? Are you contributing to the pollution or not, and all those stuff? Yeah, so I have to bring it for that. I'm actually a proponent of sustainable development goals. I want to be able to design affordable and sustainable systems that can convert waste into useful products. This is actually a reason I want to go into engineering. I've just stated it out in this line. In industrial chemistry, I was taught the chemical procedures, industrial procedures, but not like the technical know-how on how to build these systems that can actually promote sustainability. So doing a degree in sustainable industrial engineering is going to afford me this expertise. So this is the reason for the change in field. The course model on sustainable design and management promises exposure on integrated design and recycling, reuse, remanufacturing, rebuy, and also sustainable design models. This will contribute to equipping me for this career path. So, like I said, research. I have made my research. I have gone through the courses I was going to study. Those courses, are they going to help me with my career goals? Are they going to help me with the reasons? I had to put it here in my cover letter. Yeah, I've made my research. I've seen these things. These are the things I'm going to learn, and I think they're going to go a long way in preparing me and helping me. On completing the program, I plan on developing an eco-friendly waste recycling system that can help reduce the excess waste in my country, Nigeria. I'm also interested in developing a waste-to-energy system, making use of organic waste and possibly other waste materials like plastics to achieve this. This will help to fulfill my desire in promoting the SDG 7, which is affordable and clean energy, amongst other practices. Okay, so we have come to the end of this reading. So if you see, I had to for the cover letter and the motivation letter, I had to make it brief, because I think for cover letter it should be like in a single page so that someone can easily go through it and have an idea. Before I continue, I have to give a shout out to a friend of mine that helped in revamping my cover letter, and that is George. So it's good to reach out to your friends that can help, tell you to, okay, I think you should put this paragraph first, I think this paragraph should come second, I think this paragraph should come third, just to give it a flow, that kind of thing. So it's very good. Of course, you should not expect them to write it for you. No, write it yourself so that you know what you have written, because when you go for interview, they are going to ask what you have written here, and it shows that you are well prepared. But then you should reach out to someone that is better than you in a literary kind of field, so that the person can help you to modify your work or to give you suggestions on how you can better present your work. So it's good. So thank you, George, for helping me revamp this. Having gone through my motivation letter and my cover letter, you will see that I actually tried to compress all the different research I made into the single page. Like the one of energy, I actually made a research on it and got to know about waste to energy that has already happened in Nigeria, like the one in University of UN University of Soka, Nigeria, about the department that is dealing with organic waste materials and converting it to energy to build like a power plant. I had to learn about that too, and I could make that as a point. I had to learn about that too, so I can actually use that as a point when I'm doing my interview too. And the even development goals, I had to make the research on that. So yes, I've always had interest in it, so I had to make the research to know which one coincides or correlates with my career goals and with what I'm looking forward to doing. I had to make this research too. So it's good to make your research, go in prepared, because you don't know where the questions are going to come out from. And also remember, as I was writing this motivation letter, I had reached out to other scholars to give me ideas on what to expect, what to write, just to show that I'm all round. Like it's not just academically, but then the other things about me too. So that is it. Just to give you a summary of what each paragraph was trying to portray. So like in the first paragraph, which is just like an introduction, where I made reference to my previous academic background and also made reference to how this previous academic background relates to my future goals. Then in the second paragraph also, I tried to state about my professional experiences, and both academically and the voluntary experiences. Those are all experience. I had to put it there. And then in the third paragraph, I felt like maybe I need to convince them, okay, I know this is a change, but then that's similar, to show, okay, this is similar to what I'm doing and where I want to do this. And I also made reference to like the courses that will be taught in the present course, like this course I'm doing now. What courses will I be taught that will help project or will help me achieve my long-term career goals? I had to put that into. And then in the last paragraph, I just gave, okay, at the end of it all, this is what I'm aiming to do, this is what I hope to do by you giving me this scholarship, this is what I hope to achieve in the long run. And that's what I did in the last paragraph, and that brought me to the end of my cover letter in a single page. If you have not seen my video I made on my interview for my total scholarship, you should go look at it. It's about how I moved from Nigeria to France. I think I gave some insights there for my interview, so you should go look at it. That brings us to the end of the video for today. Thank you for watching to the end. I hope you are going to have idea on how to write your own cover letter or motivation letter. And please make your research. Research is very, very, very important, because when you have made your research, you know how to like throw in more light, or just put that sentence that just shows, yeah, this girl has done research, this person has done research on this particular thing, and just go in there prepared. It's good to give it your best foot, and that's what I advise you to do. I think that's what I did for this one. So thank you for watching, and if you're here to subscribe to my channel, what are you waiting for? Please kindly subscribe, click on the notification bell. You don't want to miss out on any of my updates. See you next time. Bye.